Oh, you're in for a treat, folks. The Harper drama kicks off with classic marital melodrama. Texting scandals, midnight pool inspections, and financial stress. Watch Mrs. Harper lay out her evidence with all the subtlety of a daytime soap opera. Trust, betrayal, and two very confused toddlers set the stage. Brace yourselves, it's chaos with spreadsheets.
AVB 1067, Harper case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mrs. Harper, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Here she goes, pouring out her woes like she's narrating a thriller. Alleged affairs, suspicious texts, and high-stakes childcare. The suspense? Will her husband actually be guilty, or is this just imagination on steroids? Meanwhile, she sprinkles in tuition costs and nannies like it's a high-stakes reality show. Pure courtroom theater, folks.
Well, basically, I am leaving Mr. Harper because I have reason to believe that he's been involved with other women, and we have 2 children. We've only been married 2 years,
Okay.
and I'm devastated.
All right. How old are your children?
They are 2 and 6 months.
Oh, you have little babies.
We do.
Okay.
We do.
All right. So you said you have reason to believe. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, we're in the pool business. My husband, soon to be ex-husband, is in the pool business, and you know, he's going out to these pools after they're finished. I mean, these women are in their bikinis. They're laying out, why does he need to be over there? He's saying that he's just servicing. I don't know what he's servicing. But
Servicing the pool after hours?
That's a good question. That's a good question. So, yeah, I mean, I looked at his phone one day. I mean, it was just because I needed to check on something because I'm in the business too. I'm the secretary.
Okay.
And there's these women, these customers that are texting him. And I mean, it was, I can't even repeat what some of these texts
The customers that are in the swimsuits?
So they're the women of these pools that have been put in, and they're texting him long after the pools have been put in.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what are you seeking here today?
Well, basically, I just can't bring my children up in this kind of situation. And I basically want to leave with the children. And, you know, he makes a lot of money. Our business makes a lot of money. But when I leave, I'm not going to have that. So I need to keep the lifestyle that my children and I have had. They go to private school, and we have a nanny. And so I need to continue that so that their lives aren't disturbed. And we live in a house, $500,000, and I need to maintain something similar so that it's not a big adjustment for any of us.
Okay, let me ask you a couple of questions. Private school, do you all pay tuition for that?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. How much is it? If you were to break it down monthly, because I know tuition sometimes isn't a monthly thing.
It's about $1,800 a month.
$1,800. What kind of private school is it?
It's a good private school.
Oh my gosh. They teaching the baby how to drive?
Well, the baby's not there yet, but he will
Well,
be.
the 2-year-old, right?
Well,
That's still a baby for $1,800.
It's a tuitional, I mean, you grow with the school, so.
Does the tuition payment grow too?
No.
Oh, okay. So it stays at $1,800.
yeah.
Okay.
Once they're accepted, they're accepted.
Okay, I follow you now. So if we were to break that down monthly, that's about $150 a month. What about the nanny? How much does she cost monthly?
I mean, he pays most of the bills, so he can probably answer that better.
Okay. Have you already started looking at other homes, other apartments, or anything like that?
Yeah, you know, there's a couple other homes in the neighborhood that I'd really like to move into. I think that would be the least disruptive to me and to the kids.
Okay.
So, yeah. And
would you be renting out those homes?
Basically, I would like to buy one.
Okay.
So that we can maintain the same lifestyle that we've had.
Okay. If you were to buy a home, the homes that you were looking at, what are you looking at on mortgage?
About $3,000 a month.
Okay.
But again, I mean, I would think he would need to pay the majority of that.
Okay. So you want him to buy you a home, you and the children a home?
I mean, I would call it spousal support. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about any other bills that you would potentially have to pay?
So, you know, I think he should keep paying for the nanny and the private school.
Okay.
And, you know, I have been only working part-time. And of course, I would not want to keep working in the business with him and these customers who are still coming around. So I would have to find a job, and that could take a really long time. So I would think he should pay everything until I find something where I can work part-time.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
Well, just don't believe his excuses about these women. That's all I can say.
Oh, okay. All right. Mr. Harper?
Cue Mr. Harper, calm and unbothered, walking through accusations with all the charm of a man explaining why his socks don't match. He claims innocent business practices, while the courtroom audience squints at every word. Who's telling the truth? Who knows? Suspense is in the air, thick enough to cut with a legal brief.
Well, there's no excuses about any of the women. I had developed this business long before we got married.
Okay.
And we've been married a couple of years. And I've worked hard to get this business to where it is. I've got a great staff. I've got a great team of crews out there working. And you know, one of the things that I do is I go out and I make sure the work's quality work, so I can put my name on it. Do I take care of my clients after we've put in a pool? Absolutely.
Well, your definition of taking care, is it what she's thinking?
No.
Okay.
It's I maintain contact with my clients, and they contact me if there's an issue, if they've got questions.
He maintains contact.
And I go out and I see those clients, because that tends to give me more referral business. And I'm not having to spend as much on marketing and advertising as I would if I didn't have that referral business.
Okay.
So I want to make sure I keep in contact with all those clients.
Why are these women saying that, come over, I'm going to be laying out?
They tell me whatever they want to tell me. It has nothing to do with.
So you go join them while they're laying out?
Well, I mean, if they're out by the pool, they're out by the pool. That has nothing to do with my business.
Do you join them in the pool?
No.
Okay.
I saw a picture. One of those texts had a picture of you in the pool.
I don't.
What were you doing in the pool? You were checking the depth?
I don't remember ever seeing that picture. So now I will say this: she has imagined a lot of stuff that goes on.
She has a good imagination.
Very good.
Oh,
and
okay.
she does work part-time as the secretary, but her primary job is to take care of the kids.
Okay, so you agree with everything she said about taking care of the kids and everything like that.
And she does a fairly good job when she's there.
Oh, what does that mean?
Primarily, the nanny does all the work for taking care of the kids.
Speaking of the nanny, how much do you pay her a month?
We're actually paying her probably a little less than what we deserve, but it's probably about $1,200 a month.
Okay.
And
so you make pretty good money. How much money do you make in this pool business?
Well, I've been averaging about $280 a year.
But it could be higher?
It could be.
Or it could be lower?
It depends on the market.
Okay.
He's not even being truthful about that. He makes over $300.
He makes over $300? Okay. Is that true, Mr. Harper?
No, that's not true.
So where did she get that from?
Well, I mean, it's her lifestyle. I mean, she likes going out and with her girlfriends and having her lunches and having her, her spa days and
therapy sessions.
I pay for.
You call your spa days therapy sessions?
No, I'm going to therapy because of what he's putting me through.
Oh, okay. You sure it's not what your imagination is putting you through?
I imagine
because he said you are imagining all of this.
I imagine he was a good guy too a couple of years ago when I said I do. So, yeah. only in that do I have a good imagination.
Oh, okay.
So not only do I maintain the house and maintain the bills and take care of all that, I also have the kids on my insurance, her on my insurance.
How much is the insurance for just the children?
$309.
$309, okay.
Yeah. And, that's important to me. I want the kids to be safe. I want the kids to be brought up in a good, wholesome environment.
Wholesome.
And she,
You're not
she
even
gives
home
everything
at
off to the
night.
nanny.
Ma'am, let him speak. I gave you an opportunity to speak. He did not interrupt you while you were speaking. I promise I will get back to you. Continue, Mr. Harper.
She doesn't, she pretty much hands everything off to the nanny and requires the nanny to take care of all that. She's got a pretty cozy lifestyle. We've got a nice house. I'd like to keep I'd like to keep the kids, with me.
No.
And make sure they're taken care of because she's too busy taking care of herself.
All right. But your work schedule, would that permit you to have the children on a
it would
full-time
be
basis?
difficult, but I would see it made sure it happened.
So wouldn't it be in the best interest of the children for them to just stay with mom like they've always been doing?
Well, if mom would stay with them, yeah, I would agree with that. But it's like I said, it's primarily the nanny.
But you're paying for the nanny, so it would be the same difference if you were to have them. Well, no, they would be with the nanny more if they were with you.
Possibly.
So you could potentially be paying the nanny more if the children were with you. Yeah, I don't think that's good for them. Ms. Harper, I have a couple of questions for you. What is your educational background, if any?
Yeah, I'm very proud to say that I got my GED.
Okay.
Yes.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you were going to say something else when I asked you not to interrupt him.
Oh, well, so he's saying he wants them to have a wholesome lifestyle. Like, give me a break. What's wholesome about going to these women's houses, when he could be at home at night? So it's not always during the day. He's not home a lot
I'm
at
not
night.
at women's houses every night or anything like that.
But some nights, huh?
No, not even some nights. Occasionally it happens. And their family is there as well.
So your customers call you at night for pool maintenance?
No, they'll call me at night.
Is that what you're telling me here today?
No, they'll call me at night to ask me questions about referrals, about maintaining the pool, things like that.
At night?
Sure. Usually when I go over at night, their families are there too.
How late are we talking at night?
Oh, 9 o'clock.
Okay. That's not too late.
It makes no sense. Wholesome
well, I agree
family.
with that. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, a wholesome family. We would have dinner together. We would be at home. We'd be reading to the kids, playing with the kids, putting them to bed.
Should have fixed dinner, but yeah.
Ooh, so you don't cook?
Well, we have somebody for that.
Oh, so you all have a chef too?
Well, we usually have food brought in, either I come home with dinner or pick something up but yeah, kitchen, no, that's for snacks.
Oh, okay. Well, this is...
Here comes the legal hammer. Spousal and child support decided. Temporary maintenance, fair split, financial compromise. It's like a reality check delivered by a stern accountant. Drama resolved. Sort of. Suspense remains because, hey, anyone could come back and shake things up. Courtroom cliffhangers, just how we like them.
What I am going to do, I definitely think that your wife has grounds. She's eligible to receive some sort of spousal maintenance, especially if she no longer wishes to remain in the home with you. Had she wished to remain in the home, this will probably be a different type of situation. She may still be entitled to some spousal maintenance, just probably not as much. So what I'm going to do is to order you pay spousal maintenance to your wife, and it's not going to be anything that's, forever, ma'am. I just want you to understand that. It will definitely be a temporary situation, at least to get you on your feet so you can look for a job, find suitable living arrangements for the children and everything like that. So first, let's start with child support. You said your yearly income is about $280. $280,000 a year. So that would put you, even if it's at $300,000, ma'am, in Texas, he caps. So his gross would be based on $12,325.35, which would make his net resources $9,200. Now, sir, are these the only 2 children you have?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So $9,200.
Supposedly.
Well, you know, that has nothing to do with me. We can review that at a later date, but as of today, that has nothing to do with me. So when we look at your income, that brings your net resources to about $8,891. You have 2 children. So if we multiply that by 25%, that brings your child support amount to $2,222.75. Now, your wife testified, and you really didn't disagree with her, that you testified about the nanny costing $1,200 a month. I'm going to order that you keep paying that. The private school is $1,800 a month. I'm going to order that you keep paying that. Wife also testified that the mortgage potentially for the next home will be about $3,000. I'm not going to order him to pay all of that. I'm not going to order him to pay all of that because, ma'am, you will be working and you should be able to maintain something. I'm not going to have him just 100% take care of you. Spousal maintenance is to assist. It's not to help you, just live off of him for a long time. So spousal maintenance is going to be in the amount of $4,500. I gave you a credit for that $309 with the health insurance. So that brings your monthly obligation for child support and spousal maintenance to $6,800 a month, which I believe is pretty fair. I mean, you've been maintaining the nanny, you've been maintaining the private school. Nothing should change when it comes to the children. But as far as you're concerned, I do believe that part of that responsibility should be yours in terms of paying the mortgage. And I just want to reiterate, this is only temporary. So you start working, you make decent living. The children, for whatever reason, are no longer in private school, or the nanny is for whatever reason removed. He can come back and petition the court and ask for something different. And there's a high likelihood his payment of spousal support to you may be removed. So I just want to make sure I'm clear about that.
So what if it takes me a year to get a job?
Well,
Probably take longer than that.
I hope it wouldn't take you years, ma'am. At that point, you're just being spoiled, must I say. It should not take you years to find a job. If it takes you years to find a job, that means you are intentionally not actively looking for a job. And if he comes back in here, and that is the case, I will surely make sure that he stops paying you spousal maintenance. Okay? Is there anything further?
No.
You have any other questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi guys, it's me, Judge Vonda B. I wanted to go over what you all witnessed in the Harper case. Well, here we are again with spousal support cases. Remember, I told you before we can even get to the factors of how someone would qualify for spousal maintenance, we first have to make sure that they're eligible. So in this particular case, you heard wife in this case, she testified that she worked part-time for her husband's pool business. She also is maintaining the household for the majority of the other time. She testified to them having a nanny to watch the children attending, at least one child attending private school, and she no longer wanted to reside in the home with husband, which would mean that she needed some assistance in getting her another home. Fair, right? Well, you also heard that husband makes about $280,000 a year, potentially could be more depending on the market. Well, when you're looking at spousal maintenance, we determined that wife would actually be eligible because what else did she testify to? She said that she received her GED. So she technically, based on the facts in this case, wouldn't even have the means to suit her minimal needs. Therefore, she's definitely eligible for spousal support. So when there is a case that involves children, on top of spousal support, you also have child support. We calculated what husband's child support amount should be. We also maintain the status quo in a sense. Husband is still maintaining the private school tuition for one of the children. He's maintaining the nanny for both of the children. But something interesting I did here with the spousal maintenance, I split it in half. It's not fair for husband to be 100% responsible for all of his wife's living expenses. Therefore, since she'll be looking for a job sometime in the future, it was only fair that they split the cost of a potential future mortgage right down the middle.
Next up, the Kirby saga. Mom's frustrated, dad's allegedly disabled, and the law stands somewhere between sympathy and exasperation. It's the perfect setup for a parental who-can-pay-what showdown. Grab your popcorn because the suspense here is all about money, ability, and questionable excuses.
3-2, Kirby case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Kirby, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, this gentleman, Douglas Kirby, he stopped paying child support about a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Danny, he's 8 now. I want to know what is going on, and I want to know when he's gonna stop paying child support, please.
Okay. So how long has it been since he paid child support?
He paid for 3 years.
Okay.
And it's been 2 years since I haven't received anything.
Okay, 2 years, okay. And you said the child is 8?
Yes.
8 years, okay. All right, Mr. Kirby, is there a reason why you have not paid child support in 2 years?
Mr. Kirby now details his MS diagnosis, leaving the courtroom oscillating between empathy and skepticism. Will he pay? Won't he? His official paperwork says yes, but the audience doubts everything. Suspense is literally built on whether his claims are genuine or if he's just perfecting the art of evasion.
Correct, Your Honor. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis about 3 years ago, and
Okay.
over the period of 8 months, it actually got really bad, and so I have not been able to really. I'm unemployed at the moment. I have not been able to work. I do. However, I receive disability and Social Security, and I've got the paperwork here if you need to see that.
Well, I have a copy of it up here, what was turned in.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So I see award letters. He does receive Social Security and disability.
Well, first of all, I think he's lying. Second of all, he can work with minimal duties.
Well, what do you
still
think
pay
he's
child-
lying about? You think he's lying about the disability? You think he's lying about the award letters that I'm looking at because they look like official documents from the state?
Okay, ma'am, it's like this. This guy is not good. Once we got married 9 years ago, I took care of him. Doesn't have a job. I made him to go back to college. I made him to get a degree. He's got a good job in IT. Okay, as soon as he got the job, okay, I don't want to be married anymore. Really? All right, you have a good job. Pay child support. Then, okay, he was paying $1,000 a month. Now I'm $1,000 a month short for 2 years.
Okay, I understand that, but you understand that he has a legitimate excuse for not paying anything, right? I understand it may be frustrating, but you do understand that, right?
He cannot work in IT. He cannot just push the buttons.
Well,
It's
if
not
he
like-
has something from a doctor saying that he cannot work. Until he gets something that actually releases him to work or he stops receiving benefits from the state, we really can't order him to pay any child support.
I think what he wants to do, he just wants to stay home, sleep until noon, whatever, then go out there play guitar or whatever it is that he was doing before we got married. He just doesn't want any responsibilities. And I think he needs a reevaluation on his medical exam.
Okay. Well, you definitely can pay for that if you want to do a reevaluation or anything like that, but he can't give you what he does not have. So I can't modify his child support or anything like that to make him pay you any more money. I just can't do that. Not when he has a legitimate reason not to be doing it.
Can you order him to pay health insurance? Because I'm paying $300 right now for the health insurance for the child.
Is that for the child only, or is that
Yes,
for
ma'am,
you?
for the child only.
Okay, like I said, until he, okay, gets some sort of clearance, some sort of W-2 paycheck stub that says he's making around the amount that he was making, I mean, you really can't do anything at this point.
Okay, fine. Even if though he receives less money now, but he still can pay child support out of that amount, right?
Well, he can pay, it's taken out of the lesser amount, but not from his Social Security benefit. It's not going to be taken out of that.
So there's nothing I can do about it.
Not at this point, unfortunately. Do you know when, well, you probably don't know, has the doctor said anything about you being released back to work full time or anything like that?
Nothing at the moment. It's not something I'm against. You know, I was making good money doing IT, and you know, she's right. She did push me to, you know, go back to college and get my degree, and it worked out for quite a bit. I even set some money aside for college for Danny, but it's just at the moment I can't. And like I said, you know, over 8 months it just kept getting worse. There's small signs of it getting slightly better, but you know, it's really bad right now. I can't stare at screens. The numbers get blurred within it. At the moment, I do apologize. But it's not something I can do. I would love to. You know, I love our son as much as you do, but I mean, right now, if we're being honest, you make decent. You know, you make a decent amount annually.
I believe he's sincere. I believe he's being very sincere about what he's saying.
When I can contribute, if I'm cleared, I'm more than willing to do it, Your Honor.
Yeah. It's always something. It's always some kind of excuses, Your Honor.
Well, the good thing is that if and when that time comes and he's able to make even more money, right? You understand that your child support can go up.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Correct.
So
The judge delivers the legal reality. Disability verified, no extra support now. Everyone breathes. Sort of. The future is still uncertain, leaving viewers to ponder, did anyone really win here?
in the event that that happens, you can get an increase, but just nothing for today. Okay? Do you have any other questions?
No.
No? Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed. I just wanted to go over what you all witnessed in the Kirby case. Mom was bringing dad to court. She wanted an increase in child support. Well, what is something interesting about this case? Dad had a disability that was documented. He had proof that he was receiving some sort of Social Security as well as disability. In that case, we couldn't really honor Mom's request today until Dad brings something back to court showing where he is released from a doctor to work minimum duties, some sort of paycheck stub to reflect the amount that he would be paid off of that, or 100% not receiving any Social Security or any disability, then the court at that time will be able to honor a request of possibly increasing child support.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next courtroom drama.